AI is everywhere these days. We use it to research, brainstorm, vent, and sometimes even seek advice. But here's the big question. Should we actually trust them? Or are we just blindly following a very confident robot that sometimes makes things up? See, AI can be incredibly useful if you know where it shines. AI is like that super enthusiastic friend who's always ready with ideas. Need to brainstorm? Done. Need to summarize 20-page article into 5 points? Easy. Need to vent at 2 a.m.? AI won't judge you. It'll even say, I hear you. But remember, it's a tool, not a therapist. So, here's the thing. AI is convincing, sometimes even too convincing. And that's where people get into trouble. The truth is, AI can get things wrong. Sometimes it just makes things up confidently. It can reflect human biases. It can miss nuance in complex or sensitive topics. Let me put it simply. If it's about health, finances, legal matters, or anything deeply personal, AI should never be your only source of truth. Imagine asking Google Maps for relationship advice. That's a wrong tool for the job, my friend. And that's where the real danger comes in. When people ignore these limits and treat AI like it's always right. That's when blind trust kicks in. And that's exactly why it's dangerous. Think about it. If you accept every AI answer as fact, you're not just risking mistakes. You're also spreading misinformation, making decisions based on half-truths, and worst of all, you're outsourcing your ability to think critically. That's the real threat. Let me give you a few stories. Take the case of two lawyers in New York, Steven Schwartz and Peter Loduca. In May of 2023, they submitted a legal brief in the case Mata v. Avianca Airlines. To make their work easier, they asked ChatGPT to help draft it. The brief looked polished, filled with case references and quotes. But here's the kicker. Those cases never existed. ChatGPT had literally invented fake court decisions, complete with made-up names and details. When Judge Kevin Castile discovered this, the lawyers were sanctioned, fined, and humiliated. Their credibility? Gone. Their reputations? Absolutely shattered. Imagine standing in court confidently citing Harry Potter v. Voldemort 2003. That's basically what happened. And that's just a job on the line. But AI can cost you something far more important than your career. Your health. In August of 2025, a 60-year-old man ended up in the hospital after following what he thought was a healthy advice from ChatGPT. He'd asked how to cut down on table salt, and AI suggested using sodium bromide instead. Looks like advice, even served confidently, but can be deadly. Over 3 months, he developed paranoia, hallucinations, insomnia, even believed his neighbor was poisoning him. Turns out he had bromism, a rare but dangerous condition caused by bromide poisoning. Doctors confirmed the link to the chatbot's guidance. It sounds like a horror story, but it's very, very real. It's a sobering reminder, when it comes to health, AI can sound smart and still be dangerously wrong. And don't even get me started on financial advice. People ask AI for stock tips as if it's the next Warren Buffett, only to watch their savings disappear. Even worse, some put not just their money, but their entire educational future at risk by submitting essays written straight by AI. Universities are cracking down hard, and the shortcut could cost you your degree. Now, here's something most people don't realize. These systems are designed to keep you engaged. And one of the easiest ways to do that? Agree with you. It's like that person who nods along with everything you say, even when you're clearly wrong. It feels good in the moment, but it doesn't actually make you any smarter. We already see this play out. A lot of young people are using AI as their go-to problem solver, whether it's schoolwork, social dilemmas, or even shopping advice. The issue is, when the AI reflects their thoughts back at them, it reinforces whatever they already believe, even if those beliefs aren't accurate. As one commentator put it, people use AI like a second brain, a diary, or a best friend. But when that friend only mirrors you, bad ideas get worse. And the risks aren't just theoretical. Research from MIT has shown that heavy chatbot users actually show less brain activity in the areas tied to skepticism and creativity. IBM found that so-called AI hallucinations, those convincing but false answers, happen in more than a quarter of chatbot responses. And there are documented cases where constant AI validation pushed people further into unhealthy thought patterns, even psychiatric episodes. Why does this happen? It comes down to how these models are trained. They learn from mountains of human data, then get fine-tuned through a process called reinforcement learning from human feedback. Basically, humans rate the AI answers, and the model adapts to whatever gets the thumbs up. The catch is, humans often reward what feels good, polite, supportive, agreeable responses, not necessarily what's true. In fact, a 2023 study from Anthropic flagged that this psychophancy where AI bends to your opinion just to please you is a common behavior in today's top models. And in 2025, OpenAI even rolled back an update because people noticed ChatGPT had become too agreeable. It was politely affirming bizarre logic, conspiracy theories, even flat-out nonsense. OpenAI admitted they'd leaned too much on short-term user satisfaction, and the result was an AI that was supportive but misleading. To be fair, developers are working hard to fix this with the new approaches like constitutional AI and red teaming. But the takeaway for us is clear. AI isn't just trying to be useful. It's trying to be liked to keep users emotionally hooked, validated, and mentally engaged for the longest time in the chat, to ensure that they will keep on coming back for more. And that means we have to use it with our eyes open. So, how do we avoid falling into these traps? The simplest way to think about it is this. AI is your co-pilot, not the pilot. It can help you navigate, but you're still the one flying the plane. Number 1. Cross-check facts. If AI gives you information but doesn't cite a reliable source, don't take it as a gospel. Would you trust someone who says, "Trust me, bro," without a proof? Exactly. Number 2. Know the zones. Think of it like a traffic light. Green zone, brainstorming, summarizing, drafting. Safe, go wild. Yellow zone, facts, advice, slow down, and verify. Red zone, health, legal, financial, emotional support, just stop. That's human expert territory. Number 3, protect your privacy. Never share sensitive data. Typing your bank password into AI is like whispering it to a stranger on the subway. Number 4, stay critical. Ask yourself, does this actually make sense? If it feels too neat, too perfect, push back. Number 5, get comfortable with disagreement. Treat AI like a colleague, not a fan. Ask it to critique your ideas, not just rubber stamp them. Number 6, ask for alternatives. Instead of, is this a good idea? Try, what are the arguments for and against this? Number 7, don't stop at one prompt. Dig deeper, refine, follow up. Treat it like a conversation, not a vending machine. Number 8, be transparent. If you're using AI in school, work, or publishing, disclose it. Saves you lots of awkwardness later. Number 9, remember the limits. AI isn't a truth engine. It's not a therapist. It's not wise. It's a tool trained to optimize for human approval. That can be powerful, but it's also imperfect. So, should you trust AI? Yes, but not entirely. Only the same way you trust that one friend who always sounds confident, but once told you pineapples grow on trees. Use it, enjoy it, but double check before you act on it. At the end of the day, AI is a tool. You're still the brain. Don't outsource that part. If you enjoyed this, make sure to check out our previous videos on AI right here on the channel. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever used AI blindly and what happened? Drop your story in the comments, I'll be reading them. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this useful. Until next time, stay curious. But don't just ask AI, watch our videos instead.